all this chaos awakes, there's been a lot of things surrounding Demonspawn Champions. So of course we need to dive in, take a look at what is going on with the Prism rotation, but also a tournament that is happening. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. The Prism rotation that we are talking about, this is where we're gonna start, has the Infernal Summon Pool Event. Now for this, it is going to have some of the most powerful Demonspawn Champions, which does include, I guess, the headliner, we can call him, which is actually Vulkanos. Now looking at this champion, you have a 2% chance of actually going ahead and getting this champ. Now Aura is ally defense in all battles by 33% or ally speed in battles by 19% for Demonspawn only. I mean, Demonspawn, sure, it makes sense. Now, first skill attacks an enemy. Each time the skill is used, it permanently increases the damage did by the skill by 10%, with a 50% chance counterattack with the skill each time an enemy under an HP burn debuff attacks this champ or their allies. Second skill attacks all enemies, placing a fear debuff for 2 turns. The debuff cannot be resisted for enemies under an HP burn debuff. Third skill attacks an enemy 2 times. The damage inflicted by the skill increases by 10% for the turns left remaining on any of the HP burn debuffs on the enemy. Stacks up to 100%, and it does have Demonspawn Unity. So all of these things being considered for any of those in this faction, essentially. Now, does also have the third skill here. Whenever an enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter increased, 50% chance of placing HP burn debuff on that enemy for 2 turns. Of course, all of the other skills having to do with HP burn debuff, not surprised that we wouldn't actually see one. If an enemy has an HP burn debuff, 50% chance to instantly activate it instead. So him being the headliner champ, I definitely feel like he'd be one that you could have a ton of fun with and have some damage output, even though he is a legendary defense. Kind of works with other teams. He's definitely supporting his Demonspawn allies here, so something to be for sure considered within the faction. So again, 2% chance to actually go ahead and get that headline champion. Taking a look at some of the other legendaries, I actually have Cheshire Cat, recently got him on one account, and I do have Prince Kymar on other accounts, so not on the same account, but that is okay. There is some other good champs in here, some that I've been eyeing down. Duchess, I have actually eyed her more than once before. I've mentioned it before in other videos, kind of talking about her. So her being a support champ, I mean, she attacks an enemy 2 times on that first skill. You have the shield buff as well. You have a block debuff buff, hack buff on all allies, a veil buff as well on allies, perfect veil. And then she does have a revive in here as well. Now I do have lots of champs do a revive. However, she's got a nice passive, and I mean, kind of just makes sense for why she's a good champ. She's definitely one of the ones that you guys have actually commented when you got her and been like, yo, it's congrats. But other good champs as well. I mean, think about Demonspawn champs, eh? Some of them look incredibly cool, and the other ones just straight up, they give you those demon vibes. I mean, she looks wicked as well. But overall, some good champs in here. We're seeing that HP burn as well on quite a few of them. But again, it kind of makes sense for the Demonspawn to actually have that, you know, putting it all together. She's nice as well because she actually has the heal on the skill 2 of this champ's max HP and increase in defense, increase of speed as well. You're getting a revive out of her. And then, of course, the passive here. So overall, tons of really good champs actually in this summon pool. And then going down to the epics as well, as you guys have pointed out in the past, always look at the epics to see if it is going to be worth it for you to actually go ahead and pull. And I honestly do think that's a great strat to actually look at, is who do they have in the epic, see if it is worth it. Now, if I go ahead and actually take a look at my own index and go down into my Demonspawn, Prince Kymar, right there, told you guys I do have him on one of the accounts. It's actually this one. And then down into the epic, so there's actually a few of those guys I do not have. So Magnar I don't have, as well as who else did I see in there? So I've got some of them, but definitely still this one I saw. But I've got you actually, so I think Paw, was he there? I think maybe that I did not have. No, oh, maybe Carlos. But yeah, so anyway, looking at them, there's definitely some that I have. Now for this actual Prism pool, it is going to be a tournament, and it is a Gear Ascension tournament. Now for myself, as to if I'm gonna go for this one or if I'm gonna skip it, if I'm able to skip it, Gear Ascension is still one of my weak points. It's Sand Devil Phantom Shogun, not somewhere that I have been putting my energy and putting my efforts. Been still kind of like working on it, but I haven't been putting my focus really into this one, I guess, right now or yet. I did recently build some champs that will be able to help me out in there. So for myself, if I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna see kind of as I go along, since there are other events happening in game as well. But no, wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Like Vulkanos is a nice one. I have gotten a legendary from her before, and some of you guys have said you'll actually go ahead and kind of glitch it in that way where it won't pull your prism shard if you don't click on it. I mean, if you know that strat, then you know. I myself have not tried that strat, so I typically get them pulled if I do get them, but I understand, and it kind of makes sense if you want to hang on to them. And if you want to see kind of who's in there, then a good way to do that is just to kind of take a look in here and see who that headliner is. And I mean, people post pictures and talk about the summon pool all the time, so that's one way that you can also go ahead and take a look at who's in there to decide if you want to go ahead and pull the ones that you've kind of stacked in that sense. The event that I was talking about is the champion training tournament. So this is the other thing that I was kind of talking about. So for the champion training tournament, essentially you have that chance to get the perfect soul for Rakos Turn Drake, who I personally did not get. So this is an event right away I can tell you guys that I will be skipping, just because I don't have the champ, and I probably am not going to get him for a while, being totally honest for it. Now, in order to actually get the perfect soul, you do need to get that first spot on the leaderboard. And anytime they have an event like this, it is cutthroat when you see how much people try to actually get up there, and you'll see people watching the spots. At least where I'm at, I'll kind of glance at it and see some people get insane leads. So I guess it'll depend on if they have this champ or not, because when they did the one for Mikage, people went hard for that one. So depends, I guess, if you have Turn Drake or not. Now, the level depends on the perfect soul. So 31 to a 40, it's going to be a 3-star. 41 to 60 is going to be a 4-star. 51 to 100 will be a 5-star, but make sure you're reaching those minimum points so that you do actually qualify to get it. So I'm going to be skipping them. I don't have Turn Drake, but maybe you guys have them, and maybe you will go ahead and actually participate in this. Now, it is champion training, so at least it's not one where like a champion chase or something. I guess it depends on how much work you're going to want to put in order to actually go ahead and get these points. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. I'm going to be going ahead and skipping probably both of these, honestly, between the Gear Ascension and also the champion training, and focus on other things in-game. As I said, one day when I am further down in that Sand Devil and the Phantom Shogun, it'll probably be a bit easier for me to actually go ahead and get more of those things needed to get the prism shards and pull them. However, I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. Are you participating in the event? Are you going to try to go ahead and get that perfect soul? Comment down below, let me know, and be sure you guys subscribe so you follow my journey as a new raid player. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!